Yeah, don't do that. Alright. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hey, what's going on, people? Welcome back to the Trials of Tzeentch. I am joined by my good friend ItalianSpartacus. What's going on, man?
Yo, man, how are you?
Doing pretty well. How about yourself?
Oh, getting over some allergies, so I sound a little bit like a jazz singer, but I'm down with it.
Beautiful, dude. I love it. So what we're going to do here today, you guys know the drill. Trials of Tzeentch, we're going to randomly pick an army, pick a faction, and then random generate our army and see what we get. So I'm actually going to go for the vampire accounts here, because I haven't really been giving them much love since Mortal Empires dropped, and I think they deserve some, you know? Zombies, they're just so huggable, they're so lovable. So we're going to go to the vampire accounts, and we're going to hit auto-gen and see what we get. 2 Terrorgeist, a Vampire Lord on what looks like a Zombie Drac, no, Hellsteed, 3 Graveguard, Black Knight, Zombies, White King, maybe with Scab Scatch, maybe? No? No. Unfortunately.
They gave you the dual Terrorgeist troll build. I love it.
Yeah, that's workable, I think. How about you go for yours? So you're going to play Lizardmen or something else?
I'm going to do Lizardmen. I also have not been giving them as much love, and last time we played together I went Dark Elves, and that didn't go so well. So I'm going to go with Lizardmen. Equally as cute, you know, Saurus Warriors just kind of hold them down to their dirty sleeps. Let's take a look here. And auto-gen. Oh.
So you've got the Chameleon's Kings, that's the meta. 2 or 3 of those for sure. You got the Feral Cold ones.
Quite the dinosaur army here. 2 Feral Cold ones. Stegodon, Bastillodon, 2, and then 2 Feral Bastillodons. And my Saurus is just on foot.
Beautiful. I love it.
I'm down with it.
I'm down for it too. So what we're going to do here is, well, I'm going to rule the air. It's going to be hard for me to lose an air fight for sure. Because I've got a Hellsteed, Vampire Lord, and then 2 Terrorgeist. Like, we can't lose it. Unless he decides to go, like, super crazy up in the air. And then you've got the Dinos to roll over the Beastman, at least. You can cause a ton of terror on his line. And that should be pretty fun. This guy recognizes us.
Yeah. He said he watches my channel and doesn't like yours.
Oh, man. Feels bad, dude.
Feels bad.
Vampire counts. I was thinking today, actually, a couple seconds ago, I was thinking, like, why is there no Blood Knight Regiment over now? I'm trying to remember the timeline for when Blood Knights were added as a free LC. And I don't remember if they were before. I think they were before the Grim in the Grave came out, right?
Right. They were like one of the very first ones.
The allergies kicking in real nicely right there. I can feel the phlegm rising from your throat. It's beautiful. Yeah, I would like to see Drakenhof Templars or something like a...
Oh yeah, like absolutely.
Blood Knights would be sweet.
Or like just like some sort of thematic from the Red Keep, just something sort of cool, things like that. Like I don't like that. Like I personally, from a lore perspective, I don't like that they removed all the different bloodlines as like an option for your lord, because that was awesome. Like, oh, you can have the Strigoi Ghoul King as your lord for your army, which you can in this, which is cool. But you either that or like a Von Karstein. You can't have like a Lamian vampire, queen like you could outside of a mod, of course, or like a Blood Dragon vampire. For your lord, which was like this total like blender melee lord, just kill everything in sight. It was so fun.
Yeah, and it's kind of a weird position CA's in right now, right? Because they've already given so much love to the vampire accounts and vampires, undead in general, but there's stuff that, all right, they don't need Strigoi. I mean, they have Strigoi, but they don't have the Lamians, and they don't have yet. I mean, we think that Neferata might come in at some point. They don't have Lamians. They don't have Orsaran and the. Did you just walk away? You did. You're just leaving me alone, man. Feels
no, I'm here. I'm here for you. Pookie, it's okay.
No, but yeah, they're still missing some of their bloodlines. They're missing the Necrarchs, and they're missing the Lamians, and they're missing the Gash. So it makes me wonder, like, yeah, they're not in the game. Vampires have already gotten a ton of love. They even got Krell, which pissed some people off, even though everybody's been wanting it since day one. But like,
Krell's one of the coolest models, though. He's one of the coolest looking models.
I mean, they need him, but like, there's a lot of stuff that vampires need. There's a lot of stuff the undead need, but can you really add more? You can't add more DLC for them, right? Like, it's just not. You can't make more of their stuff be paid for. It's not gonna fly.
Well, on top of it too, it's like we've got a new DLC coming out with the vampire counts. Ooh, what could it be? Helm Gorse. No one was clamoring for Helm Gorse. No one was like, you know, this army needs the slowest fucking lodestone cart in the world. Like, no one gets
one shot by magic missiles or dragon breath.
Your whole army marches and he's still at the very beginning starting line. Oh, hate him. But like even like dropping like the Necrarch Brotherhood is such a tease because I'm like, oh,
it's not gonna happen.
I know.
I think Neferata. I think honestly, if any one of the Vampire Counts characters needs to be in the game, it needs to be Neferata. Like,
See, I'm really
obviously
curious.
Nagash is not a Vampire Count, so like
No.
he's gonna be in at some point.
Yeah, he's got to be. Because
Like he's
it
the game
depends on...
3 big bad. I feel like he has to. I mean that and Be'lakor, of course, Dark Master and
Oh god,
demons and stuff. But like, yeah, I think you need Nagash if you want to do this trilogy right. I feel like.
Well, that's the question: is how are they going to do the third game? Are they just going to do a third game like, okay, this is right before the end times, and if you want more to learn about the end times, go buy Age of Sigmar, or is 3 going to be the end times? And are we going to get the Mortarks? Like, are we going to get Neferata? Are we going to get Ark of the Black as a Mortark? Are we going to get Nagash? Like, I wonder how they're going to do that part.
I think game 3 is just going to be game 3, and they're going to have a bunch of lords. They're going to add demons. They're going to add a bunch of stuff, and then once you start talking about DLC and extra content for game 3, that's when you can maybe start looking at. Yeah, I mean, people are gonna lambast us in the comments section. Oh, end times! I hate it so much. But like, again,
Don't bring that up around here, goddamn it.
Yeah, I've talked about it in videos before. There are plenty of things that make it compelling from a Total War perspective. You can,
Oh, yeah.
You can skip out on some of the dumb lore stuff and still
Yeah.
make it an end time setting. And I think that's what a lot of people don't seem to really get or understand about it, is that just because it's set in the end times doesn't mean, oh, the world literally ends, you can't do anything about it.
Yeah.
Just because it's set in the end times doesn't mean that you have no say in what happens in the world going forward. You can be plopped in a situation where Chaos and Skaven are in the ascendancy, where they're serious, massive threats where Skaven aren't necessarily in the normal campaign, and defend against that stuff, and then you get like the kind of reworked factions a bit. Not talking about combining like Dark Elves, High Elves, Wood Elves all together.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like, I hope they don't do like a combined like Eternity King
No,
or
yeah,
like an
you
Undead
can,
Legion.
You can skip plenty of that stuff, and I think CA I mean, they have Andy Hall. They what is happening? This guy's taking a million years to load in.
Someone brought a potato.
Yeah, no, but like they have lore masters there. Like they know the lore well enough to know like, hey, this is what some people maybe don't like. We can skip this part, but add this element. Like there's plenty of cool stuff in the end times that would make for a compelling setting, basically.
Right. No, I totally agree. Like, and on top of it too, like, what's better than, like, okay, end times in and of itself, yeah, is universally regarded as shite. No one really likes it. But what if you had the third game be in the end times setting, and now you can create the ending you wanted for the end times? You know, like maybe Skaven did just create a world of Skaven, or maybe Empire just kind of fought back the foulness of chaos. Like, there's a lot of options that can actually go down. Man, 100 seconds? I don't think I've ever seen one go this long.
You said potato computer. You're right. I just left a Gollum reference in chat, which might not even go through by the end of the countdown. It's you remember when?
What's taters, precious? Is that what you wanted? Taters?
Your Gollum impression, I forgot that you actually do that. It's way too good. Like, it's actually terrifyingly good. I think you should seek help for that.
I've been going to so many psychiatrists for it.
Yeah. I don't blame you. I mean, I think it's necessary.
Well, it's funny because like when I first started, Turn was like, dude, you gotta like do so many Gollum impressions. It actually...
Oh, it rips your vocal cords, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah. Like, I did that one Battlecast, like one of my very first videos. It's like an 8 or 12 minute Battlecast of me talking in the Gollum voice the entire time, and I'm like,
you were out of commission for like 3 weeks afterwards, yeah?
Yeah, just on my deathbed, like, just sucking down honey. It lubes up the vocal cords. It wasn't like because I'm fat, okay? Jeez.
The dream is real. We successfully loaded in. Feels good.
Finally.
So I'm sticking with the same build because it saved my army comp. For ItalianSpartacus, he was not so lucky, although I'm not sure that this one's any worse than the one he had before.
Yeah, to be totally honest, yeah.
So what is your new build? What are you rocking with?
So now we've got Krokgar. We still have 2 Feral Cold ones. We have Skink Skirmishers in place of Chameleons. We still have a pretty huge line of Feral Bastillodons. We've got 3 of them. 1 unit of Cold One Riders, then 2 Pterodons with Fire Leech Bolas, and then a Skink Chief on foot. So really, we have like complete dominance of the air here.
Okay. So what we're gonna do, I think, is I'm gonna roll with the Goon Squad, my Hellsteed Vampire Lord, and his 2 Terrorgeist. We're gonna get some breath attacks in, and in terms of my infantry component, we're going to go the 3 Grave Guard behind the zombies, because they will meet shield for me very nicely. We have a Balefire Corpse Guard. Balefire gives us the Vigor Mortis, and it gives us the... What is... Isn't the Balefire one? Yeah, the Balefire is the really bad one. It doesn't do anything useful.
Yes. Unholy Lodestone's the only other one I've ever used.
Yeah. I mean, you want the regen one. So that one's not giving us that, but, you know, whatever. And then Black Knights, they're not really enough cav power to really do anything by their own. So we're going to keep them locked in this control group. And then what we'll do is use the shift right-click option and drag them in to get some hammer anvils once the infantry fight has begun in earnest. Fellbats up front, Crypt Ghouls also operating kind of out on the flank here. White King to buff up the morale of everything nearby. Does the Corpse Guard not even have a morale radius? It doesn't.
Nope. The Corpse Guard is real funky like.
Well, I feel like that's something that it should definitely give. I mean, it gives the Vigor Mortis buff, so it is giving +5 melee attack, +5 melee defense, but I don't know, I feel
it's
like...
a real small radius, like 2 meters. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I feel like that should probably give leadership as well, but whatever. Okay. So yeah, we're going to get some breath attacks in early, and you... I think you don't have to commit to a melee fight too early, because...
Okay.
I want more time to get some of those shots.
Are we thinking
the screams, you know?
A push up here, and leave the flying business to the right flank?
I think I'm going to keep my infantry like right where they are, and kind of use that rock formation to protect my right flank a bit. And then meanwhile, I'll just do some flying around and see what I can do some damage to.
Okay.
Remember that I have all my lore vampire spells, so maybe do. I mean, Gaze in the Gash is kind of awful, but at the same time, like, it'll do some damage to big... It is actually pretty bad. It was really good in Game 1 for quite a long stretch. But, yeah, I think it's pretty bad right now. But, I mean, that, combined with some breath attacks, can probably take down a big monster or something. So, let's see what they have.
Definitely dealing with a Malekith. Oh ho ho.
Oh ho ho.
Plenty of, great weapons to deal with over there.
Yep. Alright, so Troll, yeah, see, the army that he has will run through me. And I actually can't really land very safely either because of the Dragon Ogres. So I think we need to work together to kill Chaos.
Okay.
I'm going to move right here to the woods. And then meanwhile, I'm going to do some breath attacks and see what we can accomplish.
You want me to hold off on the Dark Elves on this end? Because I've got mainly a lot of Bleak Swords that I'm dealing with, not a lot of elite infantry outside of 2 units of Hargoneth Executioners and 1 unit of Witch Elves. They do have 2 units of Kolbanites that's going to kind of put a world of hurt on anything large, but then again I have just 2 units of Feral Cold ones.
I kind of want to just throw the bats in and then get some Scream attacks off when they're stuck and not being able to move. I don't know if that will work well, but that might be fun.
I think it's worthwhile. I'm all for the fun fight.
I'm going to try it.
I can help you with my fireballs if we need them, but I'm probably going to be harassing their backline.
Ew, that was so awful. Everything about that was just disgustingly terrible.
Oh.
Oh my god, that was so bad, dude.
Scaring Fellbats.
I cannot fight the Chaos Army with what I have.
Okay. Then here, I'm going to let's make a little box of doom over here. Bring them to us.
Alright, so you just need to stop the Dark Elves as quickly as you can, I think. And meanwhile, I'll just play, Bring Around the Rosie with Chaos for a bit. And I'll send you what I can.
Yes, do it.
That breath attack was so disappointing.
Usually is.
Alright, so your Feral Bastillon just need to run right through the main line and get into the back and start dealing with the Dark Shards. Those will hurt you.
And I'm gonna put the fireballs, and he completely missed the skinks, and those skinks are gonna rifle those Dark Shards in the back line.
My Terrorgeist and my Hellseed are gonna go for Malik. So Doom Bolt on your cav.
See that. Goldwyn Rider's there.
Oh, he's getting poisoned. Can't run away very easily. Go, boys! We're gonna give him Van Hells. If he's smart, he's gonna land.
I'm just locking down his calf, so it's not going to be as huge of a threat to
Alright,
us.
he's coming in from the flank. Oh, crap. Alright, he's running away. I'm gonna get run over, dude. I don't know how this goes well for me. It doesn't. It can't.
Doesn't even go well for me. But I've got a...
Actually,
I'm going to send over some...
Let's attack you.
Send Froggar over there.
Doing some decent damage, I guess. So is all your stuff tied down right now?
For the most part, yeah. I've got a Skink Chief I can help you out with, though. The Harkness Executions are putting a wool to hurt on me.
You know what? I need a big one to death. That's like the only way I see this fight even going remotely decently.
I'm on his, I'm on Malekith right now. Trying to shut that ass down.
He doesn't have a straight line, so I can't get a good one.
Most of my stuff is now Rampage, and that's the biggest problem I'm dealing with. Because Malekith took off again. He's got a Canine Assassin kind of charging the back.
Guys going on him. That's really... Alright, what do we do? Get the Black Knights around.
I can bring Kolek onto... I can bring, what's his name onto Kolek.
This is a disaster, dude.
It is! This is insanity! Because he's got a lot of great weapons. They're going to put the hurt on all my Bastillodons, which is a big issue. Because I have almost all my Bastillodons here. Right, I'm getting that Kolek in there. Getting my Kolek.
This is so dumb. I can't shut down Malekith very easily. Like my terror guys are having a hard time catching up to him.
Oh, he's on the ground.
Yeah. I guess I just try to send everything to kill him.
Yeah, trying to get him down. The majority of their army's down anyway.
The Dark Elf army?
Yeah. It's really the chaos I fear the most.
I'm gonna give you Van Hells again. Terror guys need to take off, buddies. Bring your Skink Skirmishers back. I gotta charge in. Pull away. Location of heck. Run, dude. Or stand completely still. That works too. You know.
For what?
What is my lord doing? What is my lord doing?
Having a grand old time.
No, he's literally just standing still fighting, and I'm giving him like 8 attack orders to run away. What is he doing?
Well, he's almost got it down.
What is that? Oh, that must have been a mystery.
Dude, I was having a serious issue the other day with breath attacks.
Why did he let...
Alright. We're on a mighty Kolek here. Gonna get some Colwyn Knights onto this as well. See how that goes. Given the old skirmish here.
I can't kill Malekith. He's just not
God,
gonna die.
Malekith's a bastard.
Maybe raise some zombies. Oh, maybe we got him. I don't know how we kill anything that Chaos has. What do you have left?
I've got the Colwyn. I'm pretty much committed most onto Kolak here. I'm trying to get as much. I got my Colwyn Riders onto him now. Trying to get some anti-large up in that piece.
Terrorgeist is gonna get away. Yeah, he got away. Good. That's pretty big actually. Malekith just doesn't want to die.
Oh!
Yes.
Alright, let's try another breath attack.
You might be able to just... Unless you got a target in mind, you might be able to just slam Kolak because he's not really moving much, but it's also pretty risky. Yeah, since he just moved.
We can try it. I think we might need it if we want to.
My fireballs are just kind of
Well, it did a lot of
dishing
damage,
out some damage on the Malekith here.
Yeah, he's pounding on him. Alright, we gotta just kill Kolak now.
Yeah, I'm on him.
I don't think we can kill him though. Not with Dragon Ogres backing him up.
We almost got Malekith down.
Monster mash time, boys!
Get in there, boy!
No. My army comp was absolutely awful for fighting Chaos.
Yeah. That Chaos would have put both of us in the gutter here too. Eating my Bastillodons. Dude, my fireball is just trying to get Malekith down, just trying to get any kind of win we can.
This game's over. The Trials of Tzeentch are a fickle beast, indeed.
Indeed, yeah. So, in one hand, a very kind god, the other hand, a deadly god.
I have an idea. Will he move in time? It wasn't actually that good. For Overcast, Wind of Death, it wasn't that good.
Malekith's almost down. Dude, everything's just holding on by like just a hair.
Tower guy's about to get smacked in the ground. Fight!
Fight for your life.
Yeah, I mean, like, I could cycle charge and I can do stuff, but there's just no way we pull this one out. It doesn't matter.
Oh, Army Loss is kicking in for me.
Yeah. GG.
It was a well-fought battle.
Now I just want to kick their asses. Let's take a look at the kills here.
Yes.
Alright, so Vampire Lord 64 kills, almost all those were from the Wind of Death there at the end. White King 38, Graveguard 30, 40, 32. None of them were going to be able to do well against anything the Chaos War player had. I mean, great weapons. Literally, they're designed to beat up Graveguard and stuff. Terrorgeist, just... I mean, I had aerial superiority. It didn't matter because he didn't put anything in the air. And they're not going to be able to do anything to Kolak or Dragon Ogres. The breath attacks were pretty disappointing, honestly. How'd your stuff do?
So let's take a look. I had a lot of really weird matchups there. We did get those skin cohorts in the backline to do a lot of damage to his Dark Shards. They only got 14, 11 kills, so I think those could have been a lot worse. The Bastillodons I put them up against stuff like the Hargoneth Executioners to try and minimize as much of the casualties with them already engaged with Saurus Warriors. So I think they kind of did their job because the Saurus or the Hargoneth Executioners weren't able to get into the majority of my line, but they still 178 and 119 kills on those. Still pretty rough and tumble. But definitely didn't do much with the skinks or the feral cold ones. I actually don't like those things as a unit. I think they're really kind of tricky to use.
Feral cold ones?
Yeah.
Why? They're like 450 gold. You just send them around the flank and tie down skirmishers.
Yeah, but if you use them like that, that works. I did not.
What'd you do?
I used him to tie up his double unit of cold one knights because that was just going to come right through our back line.
Oh yeah, I mean if you're scared about him hammering ambling you, then yeah, that's perfectly fine.
And since those things are anti-large, they can chew up some Bastillodon action pretty hard and fast.
Yeah.
So, I mean, all in all, if it had just been the Dark Elf player, I think maybe I would have come out against him. But that Yankee Mosh Pit's beat squad of just like anti-large, 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 armored large was just too hard to beat.
Yeah, I mean vampire accounts can match up pretty well against chaos, but in this kind of scenario where I can't pick my build, like where's my AP coming from, right? Like I had nothing to deal with them. So I feel, and honestly you didn't have that much AP either. You had the feral Bastillodons, but I don't think your build was going to match up well versus chaos either. So that was I think that was a example of, frankly, I don't have much to complain about because Trials of Tzeentch have been very nice to me recently. I've gotten a lot of really good builds from it, but that was a case where I feel like Army Conf was just from the beginning not going to match up very well against what they had, and the only way I was going to turn the infantry fight was with a good one to death, but his line was completely staggered, and so I didn't have a way to like just like slam it in through the flank and murder them that way. So without that opportunity, yeah, it was pretty much just kind of got rolled over, and my Terror guys failed at killing Malekith. So
dude, we had a funky engagement as a whole. Like even my line wasn't one straight battle line. It was like a mismatch hodgepodge.
Well, there's something wrong with that unless you're trying to line up a wind of death, and then
I like a good neat battle line, you know. Kind of makes me warm and fuzzy inside.
They can get rough and tumble with the best of them. I feel like.
Just 'cause they have fucking rabbit tails.
I don't know what that means.
They're disgusting little lizard tails, man. Like imagine how a lizardman smells. I don't ever want to be next to a lizardman. Ugh.
I feel
that makes sense to someone.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, rabbit tail.
Well, really, maybe not. Maybe it didn't make any sense at all, but, you know, I'll
right.
roll with it.
Alright, so yeah, that's Trials of Tzeentch. We suck. Alright, I'm signing off now. Peace. Bye.